What's going on, folks? Welcome back to the Let Dirt Fly YouTube channel.
All right, today we're going to be looking at my CFMoto CForce 600.
That's right, we're going to be going over all the things we love and hate about this thing, and also some of the stuff that you guys love and hate that you guys tell us down in the comments section. So stay tuned for more. Welcome back, folks. It's been a few weeks.
It has.
We haven't been riding because
It's
that white stuff has been flying in New York.
and it's been cold as
freezing.
Yeah.
Still freezing today. But today we're going to be looking at, like we said in the intro there, CES 2020 CFMoto CForce 600 we got here. It's actually his daughter's quad, and we've put some miles on this thing, and we've put this thing through some mud, some trails, a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
There's things that we found that we really like about the quad, and then there's things that we really hate about it. Things we wish they would change a little bit. So Seth, what have we done to this quad over the last 2 years?
All right, first thing we did was we put an air dam clutch kit in it because we put bigger tires. I got the clutch kit before I actually got the tires, believe it or not.
So we got 27-inch Interco swamp plates.
Yep.
Pretty dang awesome tires. They do rub a little bit.
They do rubble. When I ride it, because I'm bigger, I will compress the suspension. When it compresses all the way, it will rub. And we put a snorkel kit on it, which was one of the more recent videos that you guys might have seen.
Yes, so basically we ride in a lot of spots that have a lot of deep water, so This is just some extra security to make sure we accidentally don't swamp the thing.
Absolutely. So
other than that,
she's
stock.
pretty much stock, yeah.
So before we go back in the trail and actually get riding, we just want to go over some things that we noticed as soon as we bought the quad that we knew was probably going to be an issue over time and everything. And sure enough, it's kind of showing its signs. So Seth, what have we got so far here?
My number one complaint about this quad, and you know, I'm sure a lot of other people probably feel the same way, is CFMoto's plastics are
they're Chinese plastics.
Pretty thin.
Yes.
You know, they're a little flimsy.
As you almost described them.
I mean, well, you know, it's just, they're thin plastic.
I will say this quad was actually rolled once. And
it was put on its side. It was put up against a tree.
Yes, it was put up on its side, actually on this side, funny enough, and actually did not get really damaged at all, which is actually really good.
Not that this is just
much.
a me thing. They're stickers. You pressure wash this, you blow them right off the quad. I know it's a stupid little thing, but it's just kind of annoying that way. Concern for sure is like the front A-arms. They are
So when we got
small.
this, the front bottom A-arms are puny. Let me see if I can actually focus first. So when we first got this quad, first thing we noticed is the lower A-arms on this, which actually haven't been a problem yet, but they are thin.
They are thin.
Yeah, if you whack a stump or something like that hard enough, you are gonna bend that sucker.
You are. One of my other things that people might not agree with me on, because these machines do ride very smooth. They're actually great in the trails. But the shocks, the suspension on this, they're like beefed up bicycle shocks.
Yes, so you can tell by the adjusters and stuff. Sorry if my camera's not focusing. They just look like kind of cheap, almost tiny bicycle shock-ish looking, although they're not leaking or anything yet. After all the miles we've put on it, it's still holding up very well. Now, one reason why we did the clutch kit is this quad from the factory is not clutched well at all. It does have a CVTech, which is awesome.
You know, the CVTech is an amazing clutch. It's just the way it is set up from the factory, it's very lackluster. It revs out really high before it starts going. So
the
clutch kit is, to me, in my personal opinion, an absolute must, even if you're not going with bigger tires.
Basically, what we've experienced is right around 20 miles an hour is finally when the quad decides to actually like wake up and actually feel the pull. The rest of the time it's just revving like crazy in the trails, which is, when you're revving like crazy, unfortunately you're kind of wasting gas. And gas right now in the year 2022, expensive stuff.
Yeah.
Turns out. All right, so Seth, what are some things we actually like about this thing?
It's like a little oxymoron from what I just said. I do like the ride quality of this thing.
Cheap shocks?
Cheap shocks, but it rides smooth.
It rides really smooth.
So
I think like a Cadillac.
Yeah.
The power steering.
The power steering is amazing
Awesome.
on this quad. It really is.
It's not adjustable like the Can-Ams. Actually,
Nope.
Polaris isn't adjustable either, but it is very, very easy. Actually, this is Seth's daughter's quad. She can turn this thing no problem.
Absolutely.
From standing still and everything with it. Also, super cool thing about this thing is they already come basically all pre-wired for if you do want to make these road legal. It's a big thing up in Canada and stuff like that.
Yes.
It has a lot of it already done for you. So it's got a horn. It's got really nice LED lights. The only thing you're actually missing is blinkers. That's the only thing. It's got reverse
you gotta
lights.
have blinkers in.
All right. So what else do we like about this thing?
A couple things that we actually talked about in the short-term review that I do like about this thing, and I still like about this thing. Believe it or not, grips really comfortable. There's zero need to upgrade the grips. The DRLs, all the lighting
those look pretty badass.
really nice on
Turn
this.
that key on real quick. Let's get a little glimpse of her here. Oh yeah.
You know,
And they're still all working so far, and they've been submerged in water.
yes, they have.
So surprisingly, no leaks in the lights, which is actually pretty good considering that the Can-Ams, we get water in the lenses all the time.
You know, pre-installed winch on this.
From the factory.
And it works fine. I really do like that. Raised foot pegs, you know.
They are pretty grip. They actually are
You know,
very grippy.
if you mud ride or anything, you know, those are kind of a must. Four-wheel brake, that is still nice.
One other thing that's probably a positive to you guys, if you guys are looking into this quad, is the price of this thing. So you guys can pick these up for the same price as, or around a little bit cheaper actually than a Polaris Sportsman, but you get like 10 times more things. You get the winch already installed.
They're somewhere in that right at that 7,000 number.
So there are more things we like and dislike about this quad, but we're actually going to discuss those when we're actually out on a trail, because that's where we can actually talk about some of that stuff. So right now, Seth's going to grab his wader since I'm already wadered up, and we're going to do just that. Stay tuned. All right. So we just got done actually filming what you guys probably just saw at the beginning, which is a little montage of the CFMoto doing some sick little drifts and stuff like that in the field here. Had a bunch of fun.
What took us about an hour to do was probably about 15 seconds of video there.
Probably 20 or 30, to be optimistic. But alright, so we're on the trail with the CFMoto. We're probably going to take some turns today with it. What's that?
They got a chain up over there?
Yeah, they do. So we're probably going to take some turns today with the CFMoto, give our thoughts on it, riding it and everything, kind of how we feel about it. Overall, it has been a pretty good quad. Now, one thing we didn't talk about in the intro, we've already had to fix some stuff with it. One was Seth's fault. He had the diff locked on
the
it.
axle?
Yeah, he snapped an axle on it. That's more driver error than it is...
Yeah, that was the CS fault. But I did have to replace the starting relay,
Yes, so
which was not my fault.
we had to replace the starting relay in it. No biggie. But the other thing that we had encountered actually last time we went up to Tall Pines was actually when my girlfriend's cousin was riding, the fan fuse popped, and I had a couple people in the comments actually say that they had the same issue with theirs, and it was after they did water riding with it. So I don't know if going underneath or going deep water with that quad this affects the fan for some reason like that. I mean, you're not technically supposed to submerge the radiator, you're supposed to have a rad relocate for that, but
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard other people say that they put the fan on a switch,
yes.
you know, to, you know, stop it from possibly coming on.
Yep. Well, that helps a lot. They're gonna go see what the swamp looks like.
Yeah, might as well.
So one other thing we actually aren't a fan of with the CFMoto, and it's just this style of what it is, but is the front diff.
Yes.
So It is a locking front diff, which is great. Problem is when it's not locked, you don't have true four-wheel drive like Can-Am's. We have the Visco lock, but then there's also the new Visco 4 lock. But basically, you basically have to have it 4 lock all the time unless you're not going nowhere. So. And Seth's about to go try to bury the Sia. Apparently it wasn't 4-wheel drive. I don't know how I got in 4-wheel drive. Sure. Oh, I hate breaking ice. At least it's thin.
Ice.
Yeah, I'm stuck on some ice here. There we go. Yeah, see how Can-Am, at least I got 2 spinning front tires. Good example going on right now. But that mud is rookie, dude. I can't even get over there and get some shots of it. There she is. Oh. This mud is mucky. So, actually, before you locked the diff, or did you already?
Oh, I did.
They locked it already? I was going to show them what we're talking about as far as the open front wheel, but dude, that mud's actually pretty nasty.
Yeah, I can tell.
Nice.
So this is the CFMoto front diff.
That's locked?
Oh, it shouldn't be.
It's showing it is. Sometimes it takes a minute to unlock.
I am completely beached.
Really? We gotta winch you out?
Probably.
Now you're unlocked. You see how that tire's doing absolutely nothing? That's what we're talking about. Need the Can-Am to come save the day.
Oh, she is stuck.
Swamp light's not doing so hot in the swamp here. I will say I'm very impressed with these tires because the things we've been able to do with them are pretty insane.
What's that?
Those swamp lights.
I just dug myself a hole. Oh God.
Yeah, what you're doing is making a massive rut. That's what this is, the quad. They made a massive rut for the bounty hole on the other side.
It is, but you were the one riding it.
Exactly. Dude, I did not think the mud was going to be this bad. It's still like somewhat frozen. Is there a tree we're winching to or something? Or? Alright, let's see if the CFMoto can make it out of the swamp now.
Yeah. Alright. This is regular 4, not locked.
Oh boy. Okay. Looking way better than I thought.
Yeah, it was.
There it. Lock the diff.
I don't think it's going to do any good here.
That's the only annoying part about that diff too. Where are you going?
Oh.
Breaking your ankles, breaking my fingers.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, great there, bud.
This mud is so soft. Oh shit, baby.
another thing we hate about this quad. Well, first of all, you push your hand lever down a lot. The shifter on this thing is really hard. We tried different things and it still makes it really hard.
Still really hard.
Made it.
Oh yeah.
All right, so went way better than expected.
Yeah.
We didn't plan on doing any kind of mudding with this thing today.
I did.
Really?
I did. Of course. You know.
Of course you freaking did. Well, it did way better than we expected, but with the lock diff. So
Yes.
this
So
thing only really achieves the mud if you have the thing locked, but it's sketchy because you can blow the diff or the
axle. So, you know, with that being said, you know, touching on things that we like and dislike about this quad earlier, dislike is definitely the front diff. The ground clearance is one of the things that did hurt it. I'm not gonna lie. I was bottomed out in a lot.
So one thing we haven't been able to find for this that we tried but didn't work out is a lift kit for it.
Yeah.
We tried a lift kit on it. Basically, it just lifts the front suspension and brings the, or you have to use wheel spacers because it brings the front wheels in. And then
yeah, so they actually have a newer lift, I believe, for these. I forget who makes it.
like High Lifter or somebody.
It's not High Lifter, but it's actually a suspension lift front and rear. You know, and then obviously if you're gonna raise this quad, you know, I would definitely put wheel spacers on it just because it'll definitely become tippy.
I think bottom line, this quad is going to be more of for somebody that's just looking to just do more trail riding.
Absolutely, more trail riding. You know, occasional little mud rip, nothing all that deep. Thing I dislike, again, obviously this quad's not designed for it, but hey, take a look at your footwell. You know,
fill up. Although the drainage is draining at least.
That one. There's more, but they're so small in there that, you know, it doesn't drain worth a crap.
Yeah. So yeah, if you're looking to be a mudder or anything like that, I wouldn't 100% suggest this. I mean, if you're looking at maybe like 25 to like 40% of the time or something like that, you're playing in mud.
You can get away with it.
It should work good, especially with some better tires that are actually like more mud-friendly tires. These are more of a trail-style tire that can kind of go into mud. I will say this thing does have pretty dang good power for what it is, a 41, I think.
Like that, yeah.
It's not terrible, but it's the only thing that's kind of weird though is like this is 41 horsepower, and that's a 500. See, this is technically a 580. Technically,
I don't remember.
I think this is technically a 580 cc, whereas that's a 500 cc. It makes 46 horsepower, so it makes 5 more horsepower.
That doesn't make 46.
Yeah, looked it up before. Did you? Quick Google search shows that yes, I was right. It is 46 horsepower for the 500, 41 for this guy. So it does make a little less horsepower, but it is single cylinder, so it's way more torquey. Whereas the Can-Am is more just high revvy, and that's where its power band is and higher RPMs and stuff. It does feel like it too. It has more snot off of the line. All right, back on the trail here. We're gonna do some trail riding. Something you guys don't see us do too much. So
That's my fault. I don't really like it that much.
we know. We are aware. Anybody that's ridden with us knows. This descent just likes to do nothing but mud. That's not like this little ledge. There we go. Oh,
Ouch.
yeah, saw that coming. So trail riding wise, the CF is actually a pretty dang good machine.
It is.
It rides smooth, it's comfortable, seating position's pretty comfortable. How's the turning radius on that? Because apparently with the 2020s it's supposed to be much better than their older models.
Of the CF?
Yeah,
It's not bad.
pretty good.
Hey, it's not like, oh my god. You know, you need no room, but it's decent. This used to be a little deep hole. Oh, jeez.
Oh! It used to be a little deep hole. Oh, Jesus.
Well, it broke through and turned my wheel on me.
You might need 4x4, boy. Put it in 4x4. Good thing you skimmed that a little bit, or whatever, did it best, because your rear end was sinking the whole time.
What's that?
Your rear end was like going right through the ice.
Yeah, that was actually a lot thicker ice than I expected.
Oh, that's actually mucky that you just went through. Oh, I spotted that. This used to be a bridge through here. Oh, thanks for breaking everything up for the Can-Am, by the way. Much appreciated. You're just on a piece of ice.
I'm high centered on ice.
You have a lock?
Yeah.
Alright, so CF struggles a little bit. Let's see how the little Can-Am does.
Yeah, ice is all broken up.
Not totally. Alright guys, so this is a little bit of a sketchy hill because, well, it's even sketchier today because it's got snow on it still, damn it. But a little bit of a sideways crawl up a hill, which is obviously never what you want to do. You always want to try to attack a hill straight on, so this way it keeps your center of gravity a lot better.
Yeah, I'm gonna go slow on this.
I'm gonna step on the right side of the quad. What style, man? This is one of those hills that's just like, oh, you can flip your quad in a minute.
Yeah, and it's got ice all over it.
I feel like in the GoPros though, it makes it look like nothing. Alright, so this is a pretty long hill. It's not steep or anything. Not too steep, it is steep, but definitely nothing that's not too bad. This is a fun little hill. Gets you a little sideways on it, which is always a little bit fun. Riding a quad without mud tires. So smooth and you actually have stability in it.
It is actually smooth.
One other thing I just remembered about the CFMoto is the factory tune that's in it. It's very lean from the factory. Now you can't correct this just by getting a flash tune, but yeah, it's very lean from the factory. You get a lot of clean backfires basically when you're like on and off the throttle. So eventually we're actually probably going to get our CFMoto tuned here just to help with that, and it'll make it run cooler and stuff, just running a little bit richer. It helps a lot. Nice. Oh, I'm spinning pretty good with the Can-Am. Is this where we just came through?
Yeah. Woohoo, look at me. Wow.
How's she feel over these bumpy rocks there?
Actually, she feels good. I mean, obviously she's, you know, you're getting a bump, but,
Yeah.
you know.
Drag race against a Can-Am 500. Like I said, this technically makes more power on paper, but so you can actually put it down. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Oh yeah, well, I was gonna say, so played out just how I thought it would. That thing's way torquier than the Can-Am, so that's why that thing got off the line. And the Can-Am with the high revving little Rotax, man, came around the big end. See you on the big end, boy.
Yeah, you did.
All right, let's wrap it up with the CFMoto here. All right, and we just made it back to the house here. So, got some more stuff to cover here. Don't worry, we're not done just yet. got some more stuff to cover.
Yes, we're gonna talk more. Ha ha ha, suckers.
So, one thing we get with this quad a lot of is hate.
Yeah.
We have some haters on this thing. But then we also have people that freaking say they love this thing. It's the best quad they've ever owned.
Yeah, I mean, you know, to each their own. Is this quad a capable quad? Yes, it is. You know, does it work?
Yeah.
Yes, it does. You know, is it as heavy duty or something as a Can-Am or, you know, Polaris? No, it's not.
This quad's gonna be more aimed for the kind of person that just wants to go, just like, maybe rip some trails every once in a while. They're not looking to spend like $10,000+ on a quad or something like that.
A lot of people can't do it.
A lot of people can't do that, even with financing and stuff like that. Some people can't finance because they're just not financial situation.
Yeah, but other than that, I mean, in this day and age right now with this economy, you know,
It's not bad.
it's really bad economy. So to
Now,
even be able to buy one is,
Yeah.
you know, you're doing something right.
So now, politics aside, a lot of the hate is because it's Chinese. When we read the comments, it's actually, we get a chuckle out of it because it's kind of funny. Because we, like, one guy was just like, hey, you guys bought a Chinese quad, how you can support Chinese, blah, blah, blah. First of all, we actually didn't even buy this thing. It's actually Seth's in-laws bought it for his daughter. So we'd actually technically buy it. But the reason we posted a lot on the channel and stuff like that and try to cover it a lot is because it is a very unknown quad. A lot of people don't cover this thing, and it's very,
No, and
it's very unique.
yeah, and I'm sure that's why a lot of people come to our channel because they want to see what the capabilities of this thing are. And
We try to push it.
you know, we push the capabilities.
Yeah.
You know, anybody could ride it on the trail. It's going to do perfectly fine on the trail, and actually, it rides really nice on the trail.
Yeah, we were just commenting on it. This thing, like, even though it does have cheaper suspension, like we've mentioned,
It
this thing
rides
still rides like a
smooth.
caddy. Now, as far as how long the suspension might last, because the shocks are cheaper, don't know yet. We still got some more miles to put on this thing. We're going to be putting a lot on this year. We kind of use this quad as our backup rig to bring to some of the parks if his daughter's not coming. So because this quad can kind of go wherever everybody else's quad.
Yeah, and now that it's
Goes more or less.
snorkeled, it can actually play in the fun stuff.
But I mean, as a whole, this quad seems to be very good. It seems to be pretty reliable so far. Like I said, as a mud quad, probably wouldn't make it a straight up mud quad. The reason
no,
we did
I would
the
never
snorkels-
put a 600 and decide to make it a mud build. It's not made for that, you know? It does okay.
as a trail rig for somebody just looking to get out every once in a while. This is good. I mean, you can get plows for them. You can get universal plows that fit on them. We've seen a bunch of subscribers. They have plows on theirs or whatever. If they
Absolutely.
live in the north here where it snows all the time. But I mean, they're good little quads. They do work.
They do exactly what they're supposed to do.
For the price of what you're paying and what you get. It's not a bad deal.
No, it's worth the money for sure.
Yeah. Now, if you guys want to know more about this quad and a lot of the features it has and what it comes with, we actually did film a video when we did our short-term review. We went over a lot of the specs of this thing. I'm going to put a little guy right up here. You guys can click on that. If you guys want to check out that video, we go over when we first got this thing. So if you guys want to see more of what this CFMoto can do, we're going to be posting more videos, so make sure you consider subscribing, and also leave a like and comment down below what you guys thought of the video. We do our best to try to comment back on everybody that's commenting on this and ask questions and everything. And then Seth, where can they also get a hold of us at, and where can they also see some more like stuff that's happening behind the scenes?
All right, guys, you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. So you can find us on those social media sites and
Send us a message.
yeah,
We try to get back
absolutely.
to you. We might not be able to get back to you right away, but we try to.
Yeah, somebody just sent a message yesterday and I just happened to be right next to my phone. Yeah, I started chatting with the guy.
So with that, we'll have to catch you guys next time on
Let her fly.
Have you forgotten